Hello, this is Larry Samuel, JFT attorney. So you've been injured at work, and you've already seen the initial segment where we advise you of what to do, what forms to complete. Here's what we want to tell you at this point. What are your rights? Well, your rights are going to depend upon how you were injured. And there's three different ways. One, an accident. You tripped, just your own clumsiness. You tripped over your own foot, or you tripped over a banana peel that's been on the floor. The second is if you've been assaulted or hit or struck, battered by a student or threatened by a student or any other person. A parent would be another good example. The third is if you were injured because of physical contact with a student while protecting that student from the risk of injury. So to very quickly go through each one, if you were injured just because you slipped on a banana peel on waxy buildup over your own clumsiness, you fill out an injury on duty form, you state what happened, and workers' compensation is going to kick in, and we'll explain that in another segment. If, though, you were actually assaulted or battered by a student or parent or anyone, if that occurred, you're going to get workers' comp, but you're also going to get full salary until your disability ceases to exist. And that's extremely important, that you clearly write on the form how you were hurt. So if you were hurt because of being battered by a student, that's where you should initially say it. You also will get, as you would if you were accidentally injured, reimbursement of all your medical bills or payment of all the medical bills, reimbursement or payment of all your over-the-counter drugs, prescription drugs, any prosthetic devices, and they don't always tell you this, transportation to and from the doctor. No, you can't go out and rent a stretch limousine every time you want to go to the doctor's office, but there is a formula that they apply, and I think it's based upon mileage. The third situation is what if you're injured trying to protect a student from injury and you come into physical contact with them. An example of that, and it's only one example because there are many, an example of that is two students are fighting, you get in between the two and you pull out your back in the process of lifting the student. That's just one example. In that situation, if you're a teacher, you get full salary, but there's a cap on it, only for a year. If you're a school employee other than teacher, you get 90 days, no more than 90 days. We don't like that. We've tried to change it a number of times without success, but there is a cap on it. And in addition to that, you also get reimbursement of medical expenses, over-the-counter drugs, prescription drugs, transportation costs. Those you get completely.